Hi, this is David Childerley and welcome to mygenie.tv. Now, during this session we're going to be looking at a very common issue of premature ejaculation, because tens of millions of men suffer this issue every day, so you really are not alone. In fact, most sufferers have deep inner negative beliefs that sex is bad or dirty in some way, and over the years this has created an unconscious program in the brain that says get it over with as quickly as possible. Now, the key emotions suffered are embarrassment and frustration, and most men ejaculate within 2 minutes of having sex. And almost all men have the unconscious belief program running that this is a permanent issue and it will always happen. Now for the good news. All these issues are really quick and easy to cure using the amazing tapping technique that I'm about to demonstrate to you. But first, let me help you understand what's going on and why you are suffering with this issue. Let's look at some of the common emotional causes of what is today termed sexual performance anxiety. Now, this is an emotional condition that is associated with feelings of anxiety or nerves in the lovemaking process. It's also connected with low sexual self-esteem and confidence. Also feelings of inadequacy of being a man and the fear of ejaculating permanently. Also loss of ejaculation control, the feelings of guilt, depression, and in the worst case scenario, the avoidance of sex altogether. Now, sexual performance can be extremely sensitive to any emotional issues that may be present now or from your past or even your childhood. So let's look at some of the key emotions associated with this issue. First, you may have experienced a lack of self-love over the years, and this will have produced inner feelings of low self-esteem and self-worth. You may have a fear of an emotional or relational commitment to your partner. You may have a fear of intimacy, or even becoming overly dependent or submissive to your partner. Unconsciously, you may even be perceiving your partner as a dominating parental figure. There could be feelings of guilt relating to an ongoing or past affair that still remains unresolved. Even being untruthful or holding back some hidden truths from your current partner may also be triggering the problem. Also, an inability to handle stress outside the relationship that can unconsciously sabotage in the lovemaking situation. Also, you might have a deep need to please your partner in the sexual context, and this places undue performance pressure on the man. One of the difficulties that many men have said is a fear of addressing these inner personal issues because they simply don't have the skills and they've never been taught how to do it. Now, this leaves them feeling trapped, helpless, and even more inadequate. If some negative experience in the past has impacted on your sexual performance, finding and facing that may be all that's needed to release it. So when we remove sexual guilt and teach people to love and respect themselves, they naturally become good and healthy and vibrant in every way. The reason we have challenges with our sexuality is because so many of us have self-hatred and self-disgust, and we treat others and ourselves badly. Now, at this stage, I think it's important to help you understand your brain a little bit better. It's basically a supercomputer, and it runs different programs of self-beliefs that were learned during the first 6 years of your life. Now, if your early years were lacking in love, then your brain is simply running a repetitive program that says you're not worthy. Also, if sex was discussed negatively in your family when you were young, you probably also have a negative belief program running that sex is dirty or bad. Now, this will also have created an unconscious program that says sex is bad, so let's get it over with as quick as possible. And that's the issue you're currently dealt with or facing. Now, to treat this issue, you can either make somebody relive all that painful emotional stuff that may be connected to this issue, or you can simply create new beliefs using affirmation tapping that will quickly overwrite your old negative programs. Because your old negative programs are negative and your new ones in part 2 will be positive. Now, this is good news because positive thoughts are hundreds of times more powerful than negative ones, and this is why affirmation tapping is so quick and powerful when applied daily. Now, As you start tapping positive affirmations daily, your brain quickly creates new empowering programs that are more powerful than the old programs that have been making you feel not worthy and sexually inadequate all these years. As these new empowering affirmations are repeated twice a day, every day for 4 weeks, the brain quickly releases the old negative program in favour of the new positive one. At first, you may get some resistance or hear your own internal self-talk saying it's not true or that's not possible. But don't worry, this is simply your old program running, so you just have to acknowledge it and say to yourself, stop, I'm running a new program now. I am worthy and I deserve my sexual power. But don't worry, this negative self-talk will fade very quickly as the brain starts to create the new belief programs. Within a week, you'll start to feel good about yourself and you'll start believing that you are worthy. And this all can be achieved without the need to drag up painful old sexual traumas of old. Simply create new programs of beliefs about what's possible for you and move on. You have already experienced the pain and suffering of the original traumas many times, and that could have even included abuse. So there really is no need to stir them up all over again. Now, when the brain creates the new program, it simply dumps the old one and the emotional baggage that came with it. So, happy days. So the best thing you can do is to release the root cause of your negative feelings and your premature ejaculation will stop. So, you simply have to imagine an old, grand oak tree. Imagine all the branches and the leaves are aspects of your issues. One branch may represent your childhood rejection, another might be your lack of love. Another branch may be niggling health issues over the years that have bothered you. Now, all of these aspects, all of these branches and all of these leaves will be supported through the trunk and a root, and it's the root cause we're looking for. Because when you take an axe and chop out that root cause, what you find is all the aspects that are on the surface simply collapse and fade away. So, no more need to chip away at those branches anymore. We're simply going to recode your inner core programs to accept self-love and the joyous sex life that is your birthright. You see, self-love is evident in people. You can see it because it cures everything in their life. When you see somebody who's healthy, they're always positive. They always have a healthy self-respect and love for themselves. Self-love controls your immune system as well, and it keeps you in the vibration of joy and happiness. But some of us as children never learned to love because parents never showed it to us. But love does start at home, and if you don't love yourself, you can't seriously expect others to love you. You see, love attracts love, and if you love yourself and you love your inner self, then all will be well for you. Your immune system will start pumping and nothing can hurt you anymore. No illness can touch you because your immune system is simply too strong. Now, when you don't like yourself much and when there's no inner love, the immune system doesn't work, the body doesn't function properly, and it's all basically because of a lack of self-love. That's just how it works. So stop rejecting yourself and take back control of your life, your feelings, and most of all, take back your inner power to control your life and use it to transform yourself overnight. Self-love and a wonderful sex life is your birthright, and I hope to help you claim that back very quickly. Now, you simply don't need to worry about your premature ejaculation anymore. It's only a symptom, and it's the root cause of the issue that we're after. So all you simply need to do is focus along with me in part 2 as I'll show you step by step the tapping techniques you need to release this issue effortlessly. Now in part 2 I've put together some powerful, empowering, positive affirmations that will quickly help you release inner core root causes. You can cure your premature ejaculation naturally and quickly if you simply follow my recommendations and practice part 2 twice a day, every day for the next few weeks. Now I'm with you all the way. This is David Childerley, and as always, I look forward to seeing you back again in part 2.